Okay. Come on. There we go. All right. Yep, there we go. That's the one for my laptop. It said that I have two. Guess not. All right. There we go. That's better. So, I shall start fresh since I restarted the stream. Welcome to Late Night Rambling, the show. This is sounding really cliched. The show where at freaking 2 in the morning I just get up and oh, look at that. It's a show where 2 in the morning I get up, I just say stuff off the top of my head, and while playing video games. One thing I was talking about before the last stream like lagged out for sensitivity. There we go. The new Minecraft game. So it's not relatively new, but I still don't really agree with it because I find it doesn't really like capture the same attributes as the Java version, which is the one that I'm playing right now. The one that I'm playing right now is called the Java version, which is like the one that was originally for console before they ported the Bedrock version onto console, which which opened up like a whole new freaking can of worms. And but with the with like the Bedrock version being like released, it also brought a lot of glitches, even more so than the PC version, because like I've been told that like the PC version has lots of glitches in and of itself, but now this new Bedrock edition is bringing like a whole bunch of glitches to is bringing like more glitches to that's way too loud. Hold up. It's bringing more glitches to console. So because of that, now like we have mixed reviews where everyone's excited for this new Bedrock edition to like get fixed, and then we have people that have just rage quitted because of all the glitches. I have people in my friend group who they didn't rage quit but like they said like there's too many glitches, too many flaws with the game, and like they basically said like I'm just gonna like wait until the game gets a little bit better, and like they start fixing more and more glitches before I get back on. So me, like, I'm a little bit in between because like in the last stream before it glitched out, like I was having like a little bit of trouble with, for example, like getting on top. Like with this Java version, I can get on top of the sand pretty easily, but in this one, if it was like getting up to like toe level where I couldn't get back onto the sand. I think the Java version is still being updated, but not as often as Bedrock Edition because Bedrock version because the Bedrock version is being updated like every single day. Whereas the Java edition is being updated like every month or so. So it's not as like often, like at least like twice a year, I think. It feels that way. It feels like twice a year. Oh, that's a woodland mansion. All right, so I can set up. I can set up shop here. Probably somewhere between. But no, like it like oh, right there, that's good. What was I saying? But like I actually forgot what I was saying. What the fuck? How did I forget what I was saying? I don't know. I was getting like mixed reviews about. You know what? Let me do the weird thing and just rewind the stream. But no, like it like it feels like twice a year. Oh, that's a woodland. Oh, updates. That's what I was talking about. The updates. So, I don't really know where I was going off of that, but like they updated like I don't know. They were I guess what I was saying is like it's not the one right there. The PC version gets updated more often than the console versions. But I've also been told that like I think someone told me that like Xbox got it worse. I'm not sure. I would need to like hit him up, which is not really possible because my friend my friend Bumblebee is going through a little situation. I won't get too into it. It's his own privacy. But with this new like pandemic going around, I'm pretty sure like everybody's going through something at home. Me, not really much. I've been trying to like improve myself emotionally and physically because I'm not really like a heavy. You never seen you all have, well, you've seen my face, but you've never seen like my full figure. I'm not exactly a heavy set fellow. I'm not really like chunky or anything like that. But like I feel like I could improve my physical figure more because like since quarantine started, like I have I did indeed like let myself go. I was just sitting around doing nothing all day, and like next thing you know, I was gaining weight. I was eating a lot. Now, like, I'm still eating a decent amount, but I'm trying to eat less, especially because I'm working out now. And I was, I was such a pig. I didn't, I ate before a workout, which is something you should never do. Because next thing you know, you start moving around and everything, like your food starts like bouncing around in your stomach and you feel nauseous. I feel like you're about to like return that food to the original owner, you know? But like today, like I learned a lesson and I didn't eat before the workout, and it was great because I ended up working up an appetite. I felt like hungrier. What's this? Oh. I felt hungrier, and like that allowed me to eat like not really a big quantity of food, but like a decent amount of food. Because like I live with like 5 other people. Me, yeah, no, 4 other people. 5, which is including me. There are 5 people in my household. So of course, like, we all need to like look out for each other, and we need to make enough food for each other. So like, we had spaghetti tonight, and so like that. Well, technically yesterday, but we had spaghetti for dinner, and like I ended up eating like 1 bowl of spaghetti. I ate spaghetti in bowls because whatever. But I had like 1 serving. And like although I wanted to eat more, like 1, I was trying to save enough for someone else, and 2, like I'd still be like overeating because that's a lot of carbs. And I know that like that sounds like really like, oh, like you're so concerned about carbs and just drink the fucking bottle of Mountain Dew, whatever. I'm like, well, no. Like, again, I'm trying to like improve myself, physically, emotionally, and mentally, because I've been having the wrong mindset for a long time. And my friend B, like, we had a conversation a long time ago, and he told me like, well, you because like this was like a situation going on during my like at my school, because as most high school kids do, like you feel the need to fit into your current class. For me, it was my choir class because there were a group of kids that everybody liked, and like they weren't the best of people to be around. And I didn't know, and I didn't realize that until quarantine, which was when I decided to like reflect upon my life, and then I realized, oh, I shouldn't be trying to I could be classmates with them, but I shouldn't force them to be my friends. Like that was on me. But then it just like I just realized like, oh, like I made it my freaking mission just to like befriend these people who didn't even like me, who didn't even approve of me, who didn't even like, you know, like I was trying so hard to like impress them, which is why I started like writing more and more and more and more raps, which I plan on releasing. I just don't know how. Honestly, like, okay, I have a microphone set, yes, and I just got a new laptop as well, which works better than the last one. The last one was like, it lagged so much. It was full of glitches. It was one of those like HP laptops, that like those huge ones. But I recently got a Chromebook, which runs faster, boots up faster, has better storage. I think better storage. I think I think my old laptop actually ran faster. No, not ran faster. Like held more storage, but it was still like really slow. Meanwhile, this one holds less storage, but runs so much faster. That is a fucking bat. That is a bat. I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. Where you at? Come here. Where'd you go? There you are. Come here. Come here. Come here. Don't run away. Come here. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. Come here. Come here. Don't run away, bitch. Come here. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. You don't wanna fuck with me. You ain't nothing but a bat to me. But no, like, oh, there's another one. That's the one I was chasing. Come here. Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? Nah, you ain't worth my time. Ooh, who this guy? Cleric. Alright. But yeah. And I got like one of those, I got like a Samsung Chromebook. Which I must say. Has to be the best decision I've ever made. Because it actually has Bluetooth. Unlike HP laptops. HP laptops have Bluetooth. But the difference is it takes... I found that it takes a little more like effort to to attach a Bluetooth device to the HP laptop. So for me, I have, what's the brand name called? I have JBL headphones. Let me see real quick. Yeah, I have JBL headphones. So like, and these are like Bluetooth headphones. The fuck did I get over? And they attach to like phones. They attach to they attach to computers. They attach to like pretty much everything. Except an HP laptop. Even though I turned it on, and I held it like right next to the freaking laptop, it still didn't connect. So now I have this laptop that doesn't connect to phones. That it doesn't connect, or not to phones. Well, yeah, no, it doesn't connect. It doesn't connect to phones. It doesn't connect to. It doesn't connect to headphones. It only connects to like, I guess, Microsoft products. And to add insult to injury, it kept on giving me advertisements about, oh, Xbox is doing this, Xbox is doing that. I'm not an Xbox person. I know I'm gonna get some flack for that. I'm not an Xbox person. PlayStation is where it's at, and I know people are gonna get on to me about, oh, fucking Xbox has better graphics. Well, the PS5 is looking amazing, especially with the new engine that it's on. And you're gonna tell me that this Xbox still surpasses PlayStation? Do your homework, please. And do your homework. For your sake, do your homework. Isn't the PS5 supposed to like launch this year? release dates. Yeah, it's supposed to release later on in the fall. That's crazy. And God knows I'm not gonna be able to get this. And it's heartbreaking for me because like I've already got friends talking about like, oh, like I'm gonna buy it as soon as it comes out, and I have a friend who said like, oh, I'm gonna buy it because like it has better graphics, better graphics, it has backwards compatibility, so it can play PS4 games. I'm like, well, nah, I can't. um, and then he's talking about like, well, we could still like play together, we could still rip and tear. Difference is like, well, the only difference is the systems. I'm thinking like, well, can we still be in the same party together? That's something that I would have to like, that's something that I have to find out like as soon as it comes out, because I'm not sure if it would allow people on different systems to be in the same party. And sure, like I find it like I find myself relapsing back to PS3 because like I had friends back during PS3 days where um like I was a little bit left behind, because like all my friends had a PS4 and like they were talking to me from the PS4, and I saw like my friend B like said that he had a PS4, and like he started streaming on the PS4, started playing with his friend Sin, um, and like he was just like having the time of his life, and then like I was still stuck with I was still in the like I was still with the PS3, playing Call of Duty, Little Big Planet, which I'm not gonna lie were amazing games. They were complete freaking masterpieces compared to, I feel like they were complete masterpieces compared to like today's games, because like today's games look beautiful, don't get me wrong, but the way that you play, I feel like the way that you play a game is better, that like it matters more than the way that you see a game. Because like you could have this game that has beautiful graphics, like 1,000,000 pixels per character and all that, like all this detail, all this like hard work. Like you can have a game that's like something out of a freaking Bob Ross painting, but it would still be crap because of the way that you play it. See, like for me, it doesn't matter like what the game really like looks like. Okay, it matters a little bit, but it matters less about the appearance of the game, and to me, it matters more about the game, like the the gameplay. Bendy and the Ink Machine is an excuse though. That can be used as like an exception, because like that game made up, like it lacked in gameplay and style, and it made up for it in atmosphere and story, because like that game took place in like the freaking, I want to say like 1920s, 1940s, somewhere around there. It was like when cartoons were starting to become a thing, during like Steamboat Willie and everything, Mickey Mouse and like all that. So like that was an exception. Plus like again, like it made up for it pulled off its flaws so perfectly. That makes no sense. What I mean is like let's like, okay, when I say like I care less about appearance, like Minecraft is all pixelated, but the gameplay of it is 3D. So we have this pixelated game, which is supposed to be like NES, SNES, um, those old gaming computers for when like for that you played Doom on and Wolfenstein, and instead like um, you have this like 3D atmosphere with 3D models instead of the pixels that we were accustomed to back in like the 1990s. Um, I'm probably not making much sense right now, but like what I'm trying to say is like gameplay is much much better than um you know than appearance to me. Because again, like you could have um I guess appearance matters just as much as gameplay. Like it all has to blend together. But to me, I don't really. It doesn't really matter to me. Um, like I'll play the ugliest game if it's good. It could look like a freaking Five Nights at Freddy's fucking um clone. You know those like Five Nights at Freddy's clones that's like on the mobile app. It's like, oh, Five Nights at Freddy's on mobile, and it's like this pre-rendered freaking 10 frames per second fucking T-posing like Freddy Fazbear with like weird ass fucking eyes. You know what I'm talking about. All the kids who played on their mom's phones know exactly what I'm talking about. Hmm. All the kids who played Pixel Gun 3D know exactly what I'm talking about. Fucking Minecraft with guns. Pixel Gun 3D was the shit. I'm not even gonna lie. If you don't know what Pixel Gun 3D is, you're missing out. You are missing out, my friends. Pixel Gun 3D is like it's kind of like Minecraft except with guns and zombies. And like again, it's like bending in the ink machine. It lacks in actually no, it's the reverse. It lacks in appearance and style, but it makes up for it in gameplay. It feels a little bit like Doom. It's like the Minecraft version of Doom. Because like it's essentially the same thing, except it's not really there's not really like the forces of hell or Erdek that you're fighting, like with the Khan Maker and all that shit. It's more or less the forces of a different dimension that you don't know about that just suddenly pop up out of nowhere, and you're forced to fend them off all by yourself. Um, like as a mere mortal, and like the idea of that like being in a game I thought was like fucking fantastic, because again it felt like Minecraft but it was with guns, and the story mode was amazing, especially because of the fact that I think it was exactly like Doom, where it's like you have all these guns in your pocket, and you could just pull them out like at one sitting. Meanwhile, in the multiplayer, like you just equip a gun. I should be doing the reverse of this actually. But in the in the multiplayer, like you just equip two guns and then like you just start blasting. Honestly, that was like revolutionary back then. Like no one saw it coming. The fact that like you could play video games on your phone, it was great. Nowadays we have this like crappy freaking mobile ads where it's like, that's how Mafia works. Like, no, you're ruining my childhood. I feel like we've all just like, I feel like as time passed, like some people's standards have just lowered. Like me, like I was, um, I've always had like high morals, meaning that, like I've expected nothing but the best from other people, from myself, and from things that I loved, such as video games. Um, like I had very high standards for certain things, and video games was one of them. Video games was totally one of them. Um, like Minecraft had been held to a standard that it set a really high bar for like survival games, because like almost nobody could have pulled off the same thing that Minecraft did. And the fact that like it was made by one dude who just wanted to make a game, and then he commissioned a musician to just make music for it. Like it was phenomenal at the time. It was really phenomenal. But now like I feel like that. Yeah, you brought that on yourself. Yeah, you brought that on yourself. Walk away, walk away. But like I feel like that talent, that standard has just been lowered, and it's just been, like that talent has just been squandered. Like now we have all these corporate entities, all these companies who are just trying to make a quick buck, like buying companies and like they're like trying to rake in so much dough, um, which wasn't the case back then. Like when I was a kid, Sony didn't charge like for multiplayer. They were very generous about how they did their games, and multiplayer was free. Um, Even though that's not the case anymore, because Sony just announced that they were going to be shutting down the servers for PS3, which I think is sad, because like that's something that me and so many other people have grown up with. And it's very disappointing when you think about it. Like your childhood is basically just being erased. Like it happened, yeah, but like now you can no longer revisit it the way you did before. Now like now you're like you're stuck with this futuristic crap. Um, like the way I spent my childhood was it's gonna sound sad when I say this. When I played games as a kid, I mostly played them alone, because I didn't really have many. Oh, I thought someone came here. Um, I didn't really have many friends, or good friends, when I was a kid. Most of them either lied to me, manipulated me, or were just very rude to me. Um, and so as a result, like I mostly just spent my time alone. I have good friends now. Like it's all good now. Like I have friends who are there for me, and like they will listen to whatever I have to say, and they won't judge me, both online and in real life. And I'm very happy for that. I'm glad that like I've met the people that I'm friends with today. But back then, like I mostly spent my time alone when it came to video games, especially on PS3. And you know what? I'm just gonna tell you my story of how I met my PS3 friends, who eventually became my main fuck. God, I need some water. Hold on. me a sec. That's from weeks ago. I know, that was, I don't know. Water tastes weird, even though it's not supposed to have a taste. It's just your breath. What was I talking about? So I'm gonna tell you the story of my PS3 friend group. So when I first got a PS3, like, again, I mostly spent my time alone on PS3. So like I mostly played by myself, but I had like lots of games for PS3. They're sitting right in front of me. But to list a few off the top of my head, Transformers Fall of Cybertron, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Little Big Planet, Ratchet and Clank, what's another one? Minecraft. So yeah, there's a lot of them. There's a great pile of them. I have more PS3 games than I do PS4. That's how fucking expensive PS4 games are. I think some of the copies that I got on my for my PS3 games were like used. I'm not sure. What was it? I met a few friends. A few like old friends, my god. A part of me wishes that like I had like my friend B here to like talk about this. Hell, I wish that like I had all my friends like to talk about this with me, because like this is very me and my friends have discussed this like a lot. 2, 3, 4. Me and my friends have discussed this topic a lot, and like we like, me personally, I like to reminisce about like how far we've come, and like how we all met, because like I find it so nostalgic that like I met the people that would become my friends like at such a very young age. I was like, how old are you in middle school? It was like 6th grade or so. 6th grade. I can't believe I gotta look this up. I want to say 12. How old in the 6th grade? Yeah, so from 11 to 12. So I was about like 12 years old when I had met this person who went by the PlayStation name Sin Eater 25, and this is gonna go through like a very dark path. I'm not trying to send hate his way. This is just for merely like story's sake. Like he was he was my best friend at the time, but like I don't know. I'll tell you later. But I met Cindy, or no. Let me rewind a little bit. I'm getting a little too ahead of myself. So gotta count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right there. Did I count that wrong? I don't know. Fucking know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm fucking counting this wrong. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. That doesn't look any better, but whatever. What was I talking about? So, let me rewind a little bit. So, when I had first set up my when I first got my PS3, like it wasn't until like a little while later that I ended up like setting up my PSN account, which was like just PlayStation Network. But find something like that. So it my dad helped me like sign in or set up my PSN account, and I started like playing online, and I started out with I didn't really like have any like friends that I played with frequently, because like most gamers back then and today even like we'll just add friends for the heck of it and then just like not play with them ever again, which I never really understood. um like I never really saw the purpose of that, because like then there's no bond, and like there's no like there's no point in it. Like that's like shaking hands with someone in class and then just not talking to them again. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying, hey, let's be friends, and then just like not text them ever again. Just like leave them on red. So, um, I met a whole bunch of people. Um, a whole lot of people who like I never friended. Because like I didn't really feel that bond. Like the way I felt about them is like I met them and like they would either do or say um some like some things that like I didn't really feel comfortable with, and so like I would never um see them again. Like I would never friend them, like because of that. um okay. What was I talking about? So I ended up like playing like a lot of online games. I started out with playing with my cousin, which was a lot of fun. um, but it didn't really like work out because I didn't have like a proper headset. I was using like a Bluetooth earbud thing, which had a microphone, but like it was very like crappy, and like I could barely like hear my cousin. Like we could still play, even though for some reason it lagged out, and like it kicked me and my cousin out of like the game, and we couldn't hear each other anymore. So like that was one downside. Um, ooh, nice. So yeah, I ended up like playing a bunch of games. I like and meeting a lot of people that I never like befriended, never like played with that often. And then I met someone. I'm not sure if this is like their real name anymore. They might be going under a different name. I would have to like look them up. um but this was like one of the first people. No, actually, this was the very first person that I started playing with on on a regular basis. His name was Toughnut87, and he was a squeaker at the time, and which like meant that he was like a lot younger than me. Um, much love to him because like he was very kind, and he was very enthusiastic all the time. You know, like it felt like he felt like an actual friend to me. And he even like he even fuck he even encouraged me to like make more friends. So we met on most of my friends that I'm gonna mention right now. I mostly met on Transformers. Not all of them though. So Tough Nut I met on Transformers Fall of Cybertron. And we ended up like hitting it off really like quickly. Like almost instantly we got along very well. We ended up like playing more Transformers, and then he told me that he had Minecraft, so I'm like, shoot, let's play some Minecraft. Excuse me. So we ended up playing we ended up like playing Minecraft. We played like a bunch more games, and then we met someone. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get this right because I don't remember if there were any numbers. I think it was like 076. It was Long Haul 076. He was a British dude, teenager at the time, a lot older than me. Like the age gap was hella big. But so it was like our own little trio. Started out with me, Toughnut87, and Long Haul I think was 076. That might be a different number. You know what? I have my phone right next to me with the PlayStation app. I'm gonna look it up right now. Bear with me for a second. Okay. PlayStation. Just to be a douche, I'm gonna turn on the sound so you can hear me typing. Hear that? Yeah. Fucking like that. Shit, I can't type for what the damn. Oh wow, there's a lot of long hauls. Okay, well, yeah, no. So let's just call him long haul. I don't remember if there were any. I want to say there were numbers. I want to say it was like 076. Oh shit, I never looked up Tough Nut. This motherfucker's sleepy over here. He deserves that. I basically just stole his bed. Tough Nut 87. Yes! He's still up. Oh man, all these memories. Okay, where was I? So, it ended up being like our own little trio. It was me, it was Alex Diab, Toughnut 87, and Long Haul. The Holy Trinity, and the foundation of PS3. Nah. So, after playing for like, actually wait, so I met Tough Nut on Transformers Fall of Cybertron, and then me and Tough Nut were in a match, and then we ended up meeting Long Haul, and so like that's how we formed a little trio. Then Tough Nut's internet like went down and like for a few days, and like his parents were like looking for a way to like get fuck get it back up. His parents were looking for a way to get it back up, so there was that ordeal. And then I don't know about long haul. I guess like I think he was going through college at the time, or something like that. Like he just wasn't appearing online anymore. So because of this, I decided to expand my friend group to like, one more person. And this is where that person I mentioned earlier comes into play. Cineater25. I met him on Transformers Fall of Cybertron as well. I played a lot of Transformers back then. But we ended up hitting it off instantly. And I'm gonna get a little bit creative. I've been building block houses for long enough. What else to talk about? So me and Sin ended up like hitting it off almost instantly. Like we became like really fast friends. We started playing like on a regular basis, and then through Sin Eater, I ended up meeting Bumblebee 5512 and my friend Scotty, who were both so fucking young at the time. See, like, not sure what was such next. So at the time I was 12, and I think Senator ended up like, or I think Senator like claimed that he was the same age as me, like 12, even though he didn't sound it. He sounded much younger. And like, it wasn't really like revealed what his actual age was, but I want to say it was 12 because I talked to him recently, and he sounded much younger than he really was. He's 15 now, I think. Probably not. I guess 18. Sure, but at the time Scotty was 8, and so was Bumblebee. I'll just call him Caleb. Because I'm not sure. I don't think he cares. So there was Caleb and Scotty, who were Senator's friends, and after he introduced me to them, like we started playing. Or no, Scotty wasn't Sin's friend. I think he was Caleb's friend. Scotty didn't like Sin. He had a lot of beef with him. But they like, me and Caleb ended up like hitting it off, and like we became fast friends, just like me and Sin. Same thing with Scotty. We played a lot of good games together, but it was mostly me and Sin. Like I saw Sin as like the sidekick back then. Hell, we even formed a group called the Stupid Squad. It was so much fun. Like we felt like we could take on the fucking world back then. But we one day Scotty introduced me to what should I call this guy? I'll just call him Shy. So he introduced me to my friend Shy, who, oh my god, this is gonna give me so much flack. I don't care. So when I first met Shy, we became acquaintances. Actually, no. Am I missing anything out? What did I say? I met Sin, and then I met Caleb and Scotty. We played lots of other games, but it was mostly Sin. I feel like I'm missing something out. Give me a second, because I feel like I'm missing something. Guess not. So, Scotty, or no, let me break down the chain here. So it was me and Sin. Then Sin introduced me to Caleb, and then Caleb introduced me to Scotty. So that was like the little chain there. And that was like my friend group for a time. So, eventually, my friend Scotty ended up introduced me. We were playing Black Ops, and he introduced me to someone that I'm not gonna reveal his real name. I'll just call him Shy. So Shy, like, was a god when it came to snipers. And we were playing in a private lobby, and Shy was killing me, and so eventually I got mad, and oh my god, should I even say this? Alright, so basically, like, so like because I got so angry because like Shy was killing it in the private lobby. I ended up calling him a name that is not a racial slur, but was still very demeaning to him. Let's just say the definition of the word was an unborn baby that has yet to see the light of day. And there was a little bit of tension between me and Scotty for a time because of that. Nothing too big. He just unfriended me. And then after I DM'd Shy and apologized to him, saying like, hey, like, I'm sorry that I called you this, like, I got a little bit carried away, and like, I hope that you can like forgive me and we can like put this behind us. He ended up Scotty ended up like friending me back, and Shy ended up friending me, as like putting me on his friends list, and so I started playing with Shy, here and there. I don't really remember playing with him much, other than like PS4, where I'm constantly playing with him. My knuckle crack. But so that's how I met Shy. So then our friend group expanded to, it was me, Sin, Caleb, Scotty. So about like 5. This is just a quick note. This is from my point of view. If I had anyone else on the on the podcast, like, they would all like have their own point of views, because like there were a lot of different perspectives from this era that we call the PS3 era. But there were like a lot of different perspectives. There were a lot of different experiences, a lot of different memories, from like when we all played it on PS3. But this is all from my perspective. So that's why like I don't really have a lot of memories, nor like a lot of stories towards this whole discussion. But I want to get the rest of the group onto this, because I might have that arranged, actually. That might be great. But I want to get the rest of the group on the podcast so that we all can like give our own so that we can all like give our own thoughts and our own views on like what happened in the story. but again, this is all from my perspective. So, where did I leave off? How I met Shy. So I met Shy, um, and I didn't start playing with him frequently until we both got PS4s. So like it's still me playing with Sin, like a lot. Maybe more than I would have liked, because we were on almost every day. During the summer, like it would just be nothing but freaking me playing with Sin. And on weekends it would just be me playing with Sin. Um, uh, but there was also, again, there was tension between Sin and Scotty. Um, like Scotty didn't really like agree with Sin that much, and they were constantly, not constantly arguing, but they were always getting on each other's bad side. Um, and I forgot what it was that caused this. It was oh my god, this is why I want like everyone else on the podcast with me. I'm trying so hard to remember like what it was that caused this. Basically, me and Sin had like a falling out. Um, I'm trying to. I want to say like it was because he insulted one of my friends. Um, I think that might have been exactly what it was. I'm trying. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm trying to like remember, because I want to say, that it was because he insulted one. It was. It was. It was. That's exactly what it was. It was because he had insulted one of my friends, and I ended up saying like that is enough. Like, you are not going to be insulting my friends, and like I ended up unfriending him. And so we ended up having like a falling out, and next thing you know, like he started like trying to like friend me back, and he started messaging me um like accept me now, like take me back. um and I'm not trying to send hate his way. Like this happened like merely because of not coincidence, but just like mere human error. We all make mistakes. Um, but this I believe like this was a necessary evil. Otherwise, like I wouldn't have met my friends. Because again, like I literally met like all my friends through this guy, through Sin. People that I would consider like my PS3 family. Well, that was not. What was I talking about? So, excuse me. So, I ended up like unfriending him, and he said like, well, like he was like making up like not excuses, but like he was like making up like weird arguments, like if you're not gonna take me back, like I'm like at least like leave my request on your friends list so I can stay on there. Like he was being like he was being really like clingy about this, and like really stubborn. Um, he was being like again like really stubborn, because the problem was like he would the problem with him was like he would play with other people, right? But then as soon as I got on, he would immediately invite me and then try to like kick everyone out just to reserve some space for me. So in a way, he was very obsessed, and he was very like clingy when it came to like me playing with him. um and it like the outcome of it was like he ended up like pushing away all his old friends just so that he could play with me like more often. And every time I tried to like play with like all my friends, like he would end up like he would start arguing with them and telling them to like, oh, go fuck off or something like that. Well, not fuck off, like he wasn't that mean, but um he still like tried to push them away, which wasn't a very like nice thing to do. So what ended up happening was like I unfriended him, and then like that was. There are a lot of details like that I've left out. Like I unfriended him on PS3, but then I said like I could like that like he could be my friend as long as he like got his act together. And so he agreed. We started playing again, and then like his internet got like shut off for a bit. And I know this might be like a dick move on me, but I thought like, well, I feel like he's gonna like start the same old like routine again. Like he'll get on, and then like he'll start like pushing my friends away, like, and plus like that's something that I can't like that I feel I need to prevent. So I just unfriended him. I blocked him. He tried to friend me on PlayStation again. I just told him like we're not friends anymore, and I ended up blocking him. And then he tried to talk to me through Caleb. And like after all this texting, like Caleb was serving as like a messenger between me and Sin. What was I talking about? He served as like a messenger between me and Sin, because like Sin would text him, Caleb would read the text to me, and then he would text Sin, and then Sin it would just go on and on and on. Like it just became repetitive. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's just get a party. Let's just start a party, and we'll like talk to him directly, like with voice. So like that happened, and like we ended up like we didn't even catch up. Like I tried to be as serious as possible, and Sin like tried to talk to me as if like I was the old Alex. Like I wasn't. Times change, people change, and like a lot of stuff has changed about me. I'm not the same person that I was before. But he tried to talk to me like I was, back to like the old days, and it wasn't. So like I just left the party because he wasn't staying on topic. Like we were trying to discuss like whether or not I should friend him again, and then he's over here talking about Mortal Kombat and like how cool Scorpion is. Like, no, I'm trying to be serious here. This is a serious topic because it's something that has like splintered the group for so long. And you're over here talking about Mortal Kombat 11. Get the fuck out of here. No. Again, I'm not trying to send hate. I'm not trying to send hate his way. So that's the end of Sin Eater. And then there are a few details I've left out. One of the most crucial details being meeting a young woman by the name of Grace Emu. That's her username. Her name is Grace Guile, and I think she was one of Sin's friends. And like we were just playing Minecraft one time, and like she just popped into the lobby, and we got to talking, and like we hit it off really quick, and we ended up becoming friends. And so through this tension, through this argument, I've met 4 people that would eventually become my friend group on PlayStation. And it's one hell of a story. I really, and it's one that it's one of the stories that I like enjoy the most, because like it's the story of how I met the people that I would consider basically family, because we became so close after playing for so long. Like playing almost every day for 7 years since 2013. For 7 whole years, I've been playing with these people. That doesn't happen every day. That's not a story that you hear every day. Aside from Grace, there is one more detail that I've left out. One more like little story that I've left out. How long have I been on? About an hour 11 minutes. I'll go for like an hour 30. What was I talking about? So I talked about Grace. Who is a very nice person. She is and it seemed appropriate because she's the only girl in the squad. It's all guys and there's just one girl. No. One of us ended up like trying to date her, and it worked out for 3 days. I won't say who though. It's for you to figure out. You do the work. What was I talking about? But there is one more crucial detail that I left out. I'll tell you real quick before I end the live stream. I know I said I was gonna go for like an hour and a half, but an hour is pretty long. So there was a person way. I think this was like. This wasn't someone that this. This wasn't someone that I like played with a lot. At least I don't remember him. I don't remember playing with him, but this wasn't someone that I remember playing with a lot. But this is someone that like I remember talking with a lot and like joking around with. Like this is someone that like I ooh, it's lagging. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that right there. What was I talking about? So, oh, that's why. There we go. So this person went by the name, if I can remember correctly. This person went by. This was okay, let me give you a little bit of context. So, I never, I had a PS3 since I want to say 2013. How old are you when? Give me a sec. Give me a sec. I just gotta throw some stuff away. I think I remember having a PlayStation in elementary, and I ended up friending like one of my classmates in elementary school. So this part is like my classmate. Like after I unfriended him, I found out that my classmate was part of. Oh no, you know what it was? It was I friended my classmate like years before 2013. No, that wasn't it. What the fuck am I talking about? Okay, I don't know how old I was in this elementary school. I think it was intermediate. So how old? Give me a sec. There we go. Alternative junior high school. Shit. Alright, what about elementary school? Okay, so I think I was 11 years old at this time. So like right before middle school hit. And boy, did it hit hard. But I friended one of my classmates in elementary, and he and I had an argument. He called my mom black and fat, which is not true. So I ended up like unfriending him, and like years later I went into an old chat room that he joined, and there was someone there who was still still like relatively active, and he went by the name Battle Crier. And this man was off the fucking chain. Because like what ended up happening was oh god, let me crack my joints before I move on. Okay. So what did I say? I went into an old chat room that my classmate was in, and I met someone by the name of Battle Crier, I was like 11 years old at the time. He was like a teenager already. He was insane. First things first, he had a very like twisted sense of humor. That, and he was like all over the place. He was wild. Which now like I can somewhat handle. Like I can handle wild, cause I'm friends with I don't know. I'm friends with some people who are pretty freaking wild. But this guy was like, at the time, like it was all new to me. Like I wasn't used to people who were like Battle Crier. Battle Crier was like the sort that didn't really care like what other people thought of him, but he was also the creepy sort. Keep in mind, this was like one of, I think this was actually the very first person that I met and friended on PlayStation, the very first one, and it was a terrible encounter. Because what was it? I met him through a chat thread, and then he joined me on Minecraft. That's what it was. He joined me on Minecraft. And he we started talking, and like we got along at first, but then like but then like again, like I wasn't really like used to meeting people like Battlecry. Like there weren't a lot of people that were wild like him. Some people were very chill, some people were very like civilized. He was just off the fucking chain. He was so motherfucking crazy. And the very first time like he was also like the first person that I ever showed like my face to on PlayStation because of like the PlayStation Eye. Which was revolutionary for a video game system. But he was the very first person that I showed my face to, and he also showed his face, and he was, I don't remember like what he looked like. All I know is that he was creepy as hell, and but like I found him as like really like wacky and like goofy, so I just stuck with him. And again, we didn't play a lot because we didn't have a lot of games in common other than Minecraft, but we would talk a lot like on the chat rooms. And so one day like it was Little Big Planet, that's what it was. It was such a fucking messed up session. We were playing Little Big Planet together, and I said like, okay, like I need to take a shower real quick, and so I'll be right back. My mom heard me talking to him, and she asked like, who are you talking to? And I said like my friend, and she was like, okay, like I wanna meet this friend. And so she comes back, and she just hears this kid fucking, I don't know what he was doing. But like all she heard was like it was Battlecry like heavily breathing on the on like the microphone, and she looked at me. She was like, "Is that your friend?" I said, "Yeah," and she ended up like she turned on the mic and talked to like him herself, and what I heard was unbelievable. This was towards my own mother, and this kid was cursing her out, talking about start the fucking game, like let's go. And I told him like, dude, that's actually my mom. And he thought like it was all like an act. And so I ended up getting for about like 2 months, and like after I was like allowed back onto the PlayStation, like I started like looking for new friends, because like that was a fucking messed up it was a messed up way to like look for new friends. But then I met, I met everybody that I just told you in the story. I met Tough Nut. I met I met Long Haul, and then after they were long gone, I met Sin, and then the rest. And so that's basically the whole story. And that's almost an hour and a half, so I'll take it. Thank you for listening to me ramble. And again, I'm not trying to send hate towards everybody. Like, these are all people that, well, except for Battle Crier. I don't know if he has any numbers in his name, but I'm not trying to send any hate to anybody. Like, cause this was all like a long time ago. And like, these people have like, like all these people were either like mistaken or they were, except for Battlecry. I don't know. Point is, like, I'm not trying to send hate to anybody. Like, this was all, like, if I hadn't like met any of the like the people that I mentioned in the story, like, I wouldn't have met like the people that are my friends today. Because it's all about like it's all about destiny to me. Like, if I hadn't met Battle Crier, if I hadn't met Tough Nut or Long Haul or Sin Eater, like, I wouldn't have met the people that that are my friends today. I will say this though, I'm not sure if it's possible, but I plan, because like, now that I think about it, like it sounds like a really good idea. I want to get the rest of my friends into a party and like start recording so that I can like get the real story out. Because again, this was from my perspective, and I'm not sure how the real story went down. But all I know is that the people in it have grown. Hopefully they've matured. Hopefully they've like somehow bettered themselves. And hopefully they're doing a lot better now than they were doing before. So thank you once again for listening to me ramble, and